If you served in the military before joining federal service, you might be able to count that time toward your federal retirement. This is called a military service credit deposit, or buyback. But is it actually worth it? Let's break down how it works and what it could mean for your future. Military Service Buyback is a program for federal employees under FERS who previously served on active duty. By making a one-time deposit, you can add your military service years to your federal civilian service. This means more years counted toward your pension, a bigger retirement check, and possibly qualifying for retirement sooner. So, who can use this? If you have active duty military service that isn't already being used for a military pension, you're eligible. If you're already receiving a military retirement based on active duty, you generally can't double count those years for your FERS pension. There are some exceptions for reserve pensions, but most people can't use the same time for both. Now, let's talk about the cost. The deposit is 3% of your military basic pay during your service period. If you wait, interest gets added, so paying early is key. For example, if your base pay was $20,000 a year and you served 4 years, that's $80,000 total. 3% of that is $2,400. If you delay, interest will increase that amount. How does this impact your pension? Let's say you have 26 years of civilian service and buy back 4 years of military time, making it 30 years total. If your high 3 salary is $80,000, your annual pension jumps from $2,800 to $24,000. That's an extra $3,200 every year for life. Over 20 years of retirement, that adds up to $64,000 in additional income. For most veterans planning to retire under FERS, military buyback pays for itself quickly. The earlier you make the deposit, the less you'll pay in interest. If you plan to stay in federal service long enough to retire, buyback is usually a smart financial move. However, if you're already getting a military pension from active duty, or if you leave federal service before vesting in FERS, buyback may not benefit you, and waiting too long can make it much more expensive due to interest. In summary, military service buyback can add years to your pension calculation, increase your retirement income, and help you retire sooner. The costs are manageable if you act early, and for many veterans, it's one of the best financial decisions you can make. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll cover everything you need to know about your thrift savings plan. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and visit federalpensionadvisor.com for more guides and tools to help you make the most of your federal benefits.